Hey guys, Calark here. This is
Marleb.
we're going to talk about some mental health stuff. Mental health in like general term, not like directly.
Not like mental health stuff. What we're gonna do is basically talk about. My name is Mark. I'm from New Zealand. I'm 36 years old, and I have been diagnosed with bipolar when I was 24 years old. I've suffered manic episodes. I've had a few psychoses, been depressed, manic, relatively stable at times. And I've had to go through the psych wards, the doctors and all that, and they kind of try to help and stuff, but like, this guy here is like my best mate, and I can talk to him about anything openly all the time.
Yeah.
And basically, this is the How's It Going Bro, Calark and Marleb's How's It Going Bro podcast, and we're just going to talk to each other about how we're going with our issues, with life, stuff like that. And hopefully we get through some shit together and help whoever watches with some stuff. Maybe it's not really the point. The point is, I really want to raise awareness for mental health, and we can't just say I want to raise awareness for mental health and it's not doing it. So why don't you listen to a bipolar person talk with a normal person about stuff? Maybe. So yeah, how's it going, bro?
You know what?
Lately
Lately in my life, I've been pretty good. I've been solid.
That's good, man. That's real good.
I'm here in Terry,
Yeah, you just moved here like February.
Yeah, it's been like really great.
Yeah, I'm glad you came here, man.
Made some cool
Became
friends,
some
man.
pretty good friends real quick. Like,
yeah, it's been like 3-4 months, man.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. We're pretty good friends. To be fair. But how you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. To be honest, like I'm real good, and that makes me worry, man, because when I'm good, I tend to get a bit too good and a bit too happy and tend to get a bit manic, and all of a sudden I'm not sleeping too good, but I'm allowed to be happy, and I am really happy, and I don't think I'm manic at all, to be honest, because I'm like, it's not like I'm running around everywhere, just walking slow, and sometimes I talk real fast, sometimes I don't. I haven't been taking my meds for about 3 or 4 months, and it's really nice, man. I feel like I'm Mark again,
Well, this is good, man.
Taking meds off and on again my whole life.
Yeah.
Haven't exactly stopped manic episodes, haven't exactly...
I feel like worrying about whether or not you're manic is going to make it worse as well.
No, I don't think it will. I think I have to watch myself, because I truly... I'm mental health, man, guys. My power is I can go crazy at any time. I have been insane. I can go insane and come back and tell you all about it. Mental health, man. It's the superhero version of me. But yeah, I actually have to really watch how my mind's ticking away at all times. Or I will go down the rabbit holes. Or, up into the clouds. Trying to stay grounded, level, act accordingly, not I'm a fucking cooked cunt. I'm very a unique person, and I have to calibrate how I operate around everyone I'm meeting all the time. And it's good when you have friends that you can just be so fucking open with. Like, I have mental health issues, man, and I deal with stuff, and I'm doing good, man. I just I don't like how the system handles it all, and I think it could be better. If you've got mental health issues, guys, what I suggest you do is you talk to your best friends about your shit.
I want to ask
you sit there and you say, hey, man,
man,
how are you doing, bro? Are you okay, man? It's okay to not be okay, bro.
Yeah,
you know that, eh?
I know.
You, man?
Yeah. I want to ask you...
I'm getting upset, man.
What?
I'm getting upset.
Why are you getting upset?
Because it's like,
It's okay upset, man.
It's the whole mental shit, man. It's good that I'm getting upset,
Yeah.
But, I'm not getting upset. I'm just getting emotional. Yeah, it's okay to not be okay. That's fine.
I was gonna ask, because you've taken lithium for how long?
Off and on for 12 years. No, 11 years.
11 years.
Yeah.
So How now does it feel? Is there a big change? Is
No,
it like,
not massive. It's more like a fog's been lifted. Like, you know, when you, like, it's more like
after
I was just a
drinking,
bit
so-
dulled down at all times and a bit slower. Which I suppose is good if you want to prevent medics. But the way lithium works is more to prevent depressive episodes. So, like, I've not been on lithium for 2 years at one point. You know, not had a manic episode and then had one. And they were like, should have been on your meds, Eddie. And then and then, you know, I've been on lithium for like over 4 years straight and had like, you know, 2 or 3 manic episodes over that time while on the stuff. I've had like 2 really big like depressive episodes, and you know, I'm just
while on lithium.
Yeah, man, like yeah.
It's also real terrible for you.
It damages your kidneys, man.
Yeah.
Like, so when they first started using it in like the 60s or 70s, they didn't. So when you take lithium, it's a salt, so it has to sit at a certain level within your system. So like, depending on how much white blood cells you have, is how much you're gonna like metabolize the shit basically, and it's your kidneys that do it. So like the average person was on between like 600 to 800 milligrams a day. I was on like 1.2 grams a day, and it's like you know, it stabilized me, and maybe I needed stabilizing at the time. But you know, like I don't.
That's a lot. 1.2 grams.
Well, it is and isn't. Like my body, and then they, you know, you get blood tests, and it needs to be like this level in your blood. Like I think it's like between 0.8 and 1.2. I could be completely wrong, but you know, it sits at this level, and you're supposed to get tested like every 3 months. And they test you because if it's too high, it's toxic, and if it's too low, it's not a therapeutic level.
Yeah.
So when it's toxic, man, this shit's like, you know, destroying you. And when you're on it, even when it's at a therapeutic level, like you get dry, cotton mouth all the time, you're fucking thirsty as fuck. Your metabolism's all and get bloated. Like I've like worked out a lot and tried to eat like not a lot, you know, just get, and I'm still like being, you know, had a like belly and stuff, like, you know, and it's from the drugs. But anyways, yeah. So that's so now that I'm off it, I just feel like a fog's lifted, man. I feel like I'm me again. I'm in a really good place, man. Like where I live and work, you know, everybody here knows me, and it feels like they all really like and care about me.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm in a safe place, and I can really be me, and I'm, you know, taking this opportunity to try to. And I'm not worried about going manic. Oh no, might end up in a hospital bed. Like that'd suck, and I don't like it. But I'm not going to be like, oh no, fuck, ruined my life, guys.
Yeah. Well,
yeah. So.
You've got enough people around you that would be like, hey man.
Yeah, and even when they're not, you know, I've got like people I can call, and yeah, and you know, you meet more and more of them as you go through life. So, like most of you guys have my back, I think. Nah, I know you do, most, but it's fucking I'm doing pretty good, bro. Just a bit, you know, life's hard, man. Life's fucking.
It's not easy, man.
It's fucking overwhelming, bro. You know.
Yeah.
Stuff happens, you get stressed out.
Bro, it's chaotic, bro. Everything's chaotic all the time.
And we live on a fucking planet flying around a sun, bro. We live on a planet flying around a star in space, and we're like a species on a planet sharing it with heaps of others, and this entire system is being created. We've kind of advanced way too much technologically in the last 50 years. The human race hasn't exactly kept up, and now we're in this like wacky doodah time. I like lost my mind, and they were kind of like, you know, you're insane. It's like, but isn't it? Like, how were people not?
But
like,
most people
That's
don't
what I
think
wonder.
like that. You know what I mean? They're like,
yeah, they don't. Yeah,
I want to buy the newest Balenciaga.
But you should, you know, question and maybe they shouldn't. Maybe you shouldn't, guys, because you might end up like me over here.
No, I think you should. Like, you want to question like what this life is, where you're going with it, and where you've come from. Like, there's no definite answers, but these are questions that are gonna like help you expand your knowledge of life, not just going to work every day and earning money and buying the newest product. That's fucking retarded.
That's stupid, man.
It is. It's so.
It's ridiculous.
Like, you know, it's cool. I do it.
Yeah, so do I. Like, you know, new toys, fucking. Oh, what's that gimmicky thing? You know,
but it's like live upon
that's
that.
The thing is, bro, it's insane. It's a material world, and the only way I feel like you can truly be happy is to kind of detach from that and find like yourself and be happy with like who you are, your values and morals, and you know like what you have. Like all you need is fucking water, food and shelter. That is all you actually need. If you have those, you know, you can like then go get a job and make money and buy some new products that they're selling all the fucking time.
Yeah.
But if you're not happy with like the bare necessities, you might not be happy with like the $12 million mansion and all the boats, man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like
Exactly. And you're just like climbing.
it's a material world though, so like it's not like oh, I brought a guitar, man, like oh, I'm so attached to it, you know, like, but it's like what am I gonna do, like sit here and meditate all the time and try to think about nothing?
Yeah.
Why? Like I'm here.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, that's true.
Like why not get deep into my little mind and open every door I can find and
Yeah. And then
see what's there. Like
music's like different though, because music it can be like your own thing, whereas like a product like video games.
well, yeah, I was just using an example. So like an Xbox or like buying like that fucking dinosaur, bro. Like that was like $60, you know.
Shit, man,
Just randomly brought it.
that's a
Some
lot
old
of
lady
money.
told me that was like really cute that I was buying that when I was walking out. She's like, "Is that for your son?" I'm like, "No, it's for me." She's like, "That's cute." And I was like, "Well,
Thanks.
you know, kind of, but who buys a $60 dinosaur?" I suppose people do. They make product. You can buy stuff. You can buy fucking so much stuff.
Look,
Buy stickers.
we're not trying to be like, don't buy stuff shit. It's just like
Not at all, but like it's just like you don't need to have. You don't need to want. You don't want to. I don't want to want things all the time. Wanting's a pretty annoying thing to.
Yeah. It's not like you're going out every day buying a $60 fucking.
No, fuck that.
It's like you'll go out like once a month and you'll be like, oh man.
Oh, yeah. When I'm
Fucking
manic, I've got to admit, like, I get really impulsive, man, with my spending. Like, I could go out and spend, like, you know, a lot of money in one day on just random nonsense, man. Like,
And then you come home all pleased.
where do you think all the crayons and colouring in pencils and fucking whatnot came from, you know?
Yeah. It's fun though. It's fun shit that you're buying. It's not like, you're like, oh, you're probably like, oh, I'm gonna do something with this, and then you're like, oh no.
Yeah. No, and it's like, but yeah, it's, the point is, it's like, you need to, there's no point. It's good to just be like, happy with what you've got, or just try to like shape your. I don't have that much, but I've shaped my life in a way that like I'm enjoying it. Like what I do for a job is I'm a chef. Like I got qualified in cooking, and I've cooked most of my life. I've like taken some breaks from hospital, but you know, like I love it though. Like I love to cook. So when I'm cooking, when I go to my job and I have to cook food, I'm not like job, can't wait to finish. Like, you know, sometimes I'm like that if I feel tired or it's boring, but generally when I'm actually cooking, I'm like, yeah man, love to do this. So my job's like, I'm doing something I really enjoy, so that makes me happy. Plus, like, this job in particular is just super nice. Like, cool people, you know, boss is good, fucking
so nice.
Nice area, da-di-da. But what was I sort of saying there? Oh, like, so I've chosen, like, and it's cooking, man. Like, I'm a chef. I'm not gonna make, like, unless I, like, you know, really pursue it and, like, go get myself a restaurant and blah, blah, blah. I'm not gonna earn heaps of fucking money. Like a fucking, you know, somebody who does. But, you know, some people, like Gordon, like, you know, chefs get rich and stuff. But that's what I do to earn my money. Plus, it's food, bro. It's one of the two of the three things you need, you know what I mean? So, that's pretty good. Plus, you know, we have to eat, and now I know how to make food taste good. So that comes in handy, because, you know, that's your little fuel, so... Yeah, so I enjoy what I do. I like where I live. I'm really loving my life right now. And I'm also, you know, being watchful of myself, because when I start loving my life, you know, sometimes I get a bit like, whoop whoop, might walk to Motueka tonight, man. Yeah, and...
You know, but that's... apart from that last bit, that's good, bro. Enjoying everything.
Yeah, no, I am. I really am.
It's a pretty safe place here, to be fair.
Like, look at what we've done. Like, we've set up the room, like, you know.
Oh, nice. Just trying to start this podcast here.
Yeah, like, there's, like, a dinosaur on the top bunk looking from the roof, you know. There's a little lava lamp with a gremlin next to a little Yoshi there reading a book. There's some, like...
Some shit, man.
You know, trying to be productive and do something here, guys. But, how are you going, bro, mental health-wise? You dealing with any anxiety or anything at the moment, or...?
Oh, I get it sometimes. It's just when I start overthinking, you know.
How often is that these days?
Uh,
Last few days have been
when
pretty
people
good.
when people like spring questions upon me, like when AJ does, I'll sometimes be like, oh shit.
Yeah.
It's like stumble a bit, get a bit of anxiety.
Yeah, like the other night when like, you know, like when I like cooked for the people, the Wakefield people, and then when he like picked up the salad bowl and he was like, "What a fucking waste, Mark."
Yeah.
And I was like, I had this little like,
Yeah.
like proper like anxious, like, oh, like what the fuck? I'm like, he's mad at me, and then he was like, "Just kidding," but there was this proper like,
Yeah.
you know, anxiety's not very nice, man.
It's not, man.
It's sort of like fucking locks you up, bro,
it's almost
and
like
restricts you from being,
you know, when you get winded, it's almost like that. But you're just like,
in your mind a bit.
yeah.
Yeah.
And a physical feeling. It's strange.
Lots of people have anxiety too, man. Like, there's so many different pills for anxiety too.
I don't like the thing is I don't want to go and like take a pill. For
No,
anxiety.
no, bro. I never ever wanted to take a pill, and then I went to Germany. I lost the fucking plot, bro. Went insane. Got put in the psych ward in Germany for 4 weeks, and I had to take a lot of pharmaceuticals after never really taking that much. You know, like I didn't even try ecstasy till I was like 23 years old because I was just only doing really like weed and shrooms, and like I know LSD's a chemical, but I was doing a little bit of that because I kind of like that. But then I'm in a hospital being told, you know, you have to have this medicine if you want your breakfast or go for a walk today, or so now I'm on lots of pharmaceuticals and
shit.
Yeah, pharmaceuticals aren't. I don't understand why we don't have a way to like help people be themselves. Like, if you have issues, if you 1,000 years ago there was no pharmaceutical drugs for these issues, and people had them. Do you know what I mean? And they they lived.
Yeah.
And advanced. You know.
Made
babies and progressed, and you know,
people.
Yeah, and it's like we're dulling down what it is to actually be human. Like, not only through, like, the way the system sort of, you know, like, fucking what it sort of puts onto us, but, like, with the pharmaceutical drugs. It's like, here's all the stuff, guys, because this can make your mind, you know, work a bit nicer so you don't feel... You're supposed to feel bad sometimes, man. Do you know what I mean? Like,
but we've almost got this, like, general outlook on what a human should be and how they should act. So whenever you step outside of that line, you've got to be like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you've got to be put back in place. So
you do.
Be like,
that's where you know.
Oh shit, Mark's got bipolar. You know, here's the line. Oh shit, this is
man.
society
He
line.
crossed it, man. He's become a danger to himself or others.
Everyone is like really fucked up in their head. Like, well, I imagine most people are, and they just like. They, you know, walk around only but they get home and they're like, man, what if I put peanut butter in the toaster and then like push the button down and see if I make like some caramelized peanut butter,
and then they,
you know,
there's like,
it's just stupid. If someone's monitoring like everyone every day,
all the time,
like sometimes, like I admit,
we're human, man. Do you know what I mean? Like we're supposed to like,
you know,
we're supposed to just go through what we go through. Like this is what I really want to talk about is you can lose your mind and come back. That's the main thing. You can lose your mind completely. You can go fucking batshit insane. You might have done it on some drugs, you know, whoop, 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 whoop. And then eventually, like a few days later, it's like, well, that was a bit of a fucking time back there. Kind of, you know, went a bit far. You can lose your mind and come back. But when you lose your mind, you get taken out of society to a hospital where there's a bunch of cunts that aren't right in their head. That's where you're living now. You're getting told to take these pharmaceutical drugs. Like, you know, there's like all these restrictions and they're trying to like de-stimulate everything. And it's a horrible fucking experience. And you can be in there, you know, losing your mind, even though it might just be briefly. But this experience can traumatize the fuck out of you, and it fucks people up for the rest of their lives, man. Like, I've been in psych wards and watched relatively people that were a bit overwhelmed in their lives at the time come in, and you know, 4 days later, after they're being forced to take medication, they're being forced to, like, you know, go to their room at 10 o'clock at night and go to sleep because it's sleepy time now, and wakey time's not till 6 o'clock, sorry guys. So, you know, go to your bed, stay out. You can't, like, come out of your room and, like, hang out in the psych wards in the middle of the night. They like, the security people will be like, go back to bed, man. You know, it's It's 2 in the morning, Mark. You can't be out here in the lounge area.
Yeah.
You got a room. So, you know. And so 4 days later, someone who's come in there and all of a sudden they're on these drugs that are making them, you know, feel different. They can't see their family. They're literally locked down, and they lose it. They want to get out, they can't, and they just fucking, you know, they fucking go crazy. You like start shouting, you get angry, bro. You're like, fuck, let me the fuck out, let me the fuck out. And these people are like, can't it. And you know, sometimes you might get injected with a heavy sedative enough to sleepy as you go. And these people, like, you know, 2 weeks in, they're fucked. They're fucked. They're sitting there, they're not getting out for maybe 3 more weeks now. And that person that was just overwhelmed with some shit going on in their lives is now potentially fucked for a lot longer. Potentially their whole lives. I was fucked for like, I'm pretty fucked up still, man, but I was fucked up for like a good year, man. Like a really good. Okay, well, you don't need to, man. As long as someone does. Man? I don't know. But she didn't understand. As long as you did, man. But like, yeah, man, like, the system really fucking doesn't do it right, man. What people need to do, if you're not feeling right, guys, sit down with your friends and be like, hey, man, like, you know, I'm not feeling too good, and, like, I'm fucking, sometimes I don't like myself, man, you know, I'm a bit of a piece of shit, and I really haven't been feeling good, man, like, you know, I don't want to even go to work sometimes, man, because I don't enjoy being there because I think I'm so worthless. You actually want to talk to people about how worthless you might feel or how fucking hard
it is. Even if it makes you feel vulnerable.
Yeah, it's because, man, it's good to be vulnerable. Yeah. Because, you know, someone might comfort you, or, you know, you'll expose yourself, and when, you know, you get through that exposure, you'll be a bit more hardened, and you'll know more who you are. If you just try to avoid feeling sad or unhappy all your life, you're not going to progress through these emotions. Like, fuck, man, you're gonna die. You're gonna lose your entire family's gonna die. Everyone you ever have met in your life will die. That's pretty fucking sad. You can't avoid grief and all these things, and, you know, you've got to really, like, you know,
you gotta just realize
you've got to just, like, do life, man, you know.
Shit happens, so just live what
shit really does happen, man. It's only the depth that varies. Like, right now, I'm barely in any shit. There's a bit of shit on the floor sometimes.
Some people are gonna expect so much from you, and that is, like, not what you want to do, and you just gotta go on your own life plan, man.
That's it, man. Like,
just keep going forward.
I've really figured out, like, as, like, and it's not like I'm not, like, saying I figured it all out. I'm just saying I've really figured out that as long as the way I perceive, the way I'm living my own life, and I'm perceiving myself is, like, and the way I say it, like, in a way good and productive towards the actual, like, universal thing that is, like, this reality, then I sort of feel good. If I'm not perceiving myself in a way that's productive towards, I don't know, I, like, kind of believe in, like, progression and creation. This isn't a stagnant thing. Time is constantly moving, and I want to, like, progress. And that's what you do, like, you know. That's like, you can have some really fucking hard times, but, you know, you can have some really good times. And there's a lot of progression in between, and,
you know, there's lots of
life is no pony station, Caleb. Life is no pony station, man.
It's not. It's no pony station.
Well, that might do for now, I reckon, eh?
I reckon that was pretty good.
It was, you know,
that was the first.
It was just Marleb and Calark having a little old, how's it going, bro, chat? Mental chats. This is Mental Health Man with his, I would call it Mental Health Chats, but it's actually just Mental Health Chats. Episode 1.
Episode 1.
How are you guys going? I hope you're good, and I hope in some way you, like, this is good for someone in some way, because, you know, I'm fucked up too, guys, and I'm okay. It's okay if you're not, but, you know, you can be okay, guys. Yeah, man. See you later.